Dr. Amanda with Straightsmile Solutions, straightsmilesolutions.com, and today I actually learned something new this week on an Invisalign webinar, and the topic was DSP, the subscription program, which is I think right now only available for DSOs and orthodontists. But anyways, it came up about monetizing retention and having a better retention aftercare program, and not abandoning your patients at retention, and making it profitable, the whole retention thing, because retainers are for life, and you can't just give them a set of retainers and forget it, or even a set of 4 and forget it. So not saying you have to see them for free, but there could be ways that you can have revenue. So anyways, I found out that you can order additional set of Vivara retainers on an archive patient, even after 5 years, up to 10 years, without a new scan. Now, of course, I wouldn't just do this willy-nilly. If there's a patient, this is how it happened for us, there was a patient that had moved way out of state on the other side of the country. We did a virtual exam, found out the Vivaras we made 9 years ago still fit perfectly. He was still wearing them. He was only wearing them like 2 nights a month, but he was down to his last set because he says, they do wear out, start to get cracks, or I just feel like they're not as tight as they used to be, so I want to switch to the new set, which is really smart. You should totally do that. You can't just have one set of clear retainers. He's, I'm down to my last set. He goes, when I go, insurance isn't going to cover retention, which is true. They cover treatment. And I went to a couple orthodontists in my area. They wanted to charge me like $1,000, $1,500, for another retainer, not even a set of Vivara. And he was like, that's ridiculous. He goes, don't you still have my scan somewhere? Can't you just spit out a new set? And I was like, oh, I don't know. It's been more than 5 years. Let's take a look. So I found out that you can, and this is how you do it. You have to unarchive the patient, and you got to click on that. Then you got to go into start new Vivara subscription. But once you do that, you want to make sure you click on use upper arch form the previous retainer. And then, upper and lower, and that's pretty much it. And you're just going to pay the retainer charge. I mean, for me, if it was just a virtual visit and we're not even seeing him in the office and we're just, we've already verified it virtually and made, I'm not going to charge that much. I mean, a lab fee is what, $300 plus shipping, $295 plus shipping. I mean, maybe a little bit more than the shipping, but I mean, that is just a courtesy at this point to a really great patient. But I mean, that's just me. Help this patient out. Obviously, I believe they said on the webinar, and they didn't even know the answer. They're like, I think it gets purged after 10 years. So I mean, we had like 2 more months left on this one. So, they only store it for so long. But I mean, it's good to know. Definitely you want to know that. And there are ways, and I do have another video, and I think it's entitled, the keyword would be cloud storage. There are ways that you can cloud store your STL models like more indefinitely, so you keep doing this for somebody, just keep it in mind. In the olden days, we would take the PVS impression, which lasts forever, and we just, store it in a cool place. But it was such a hassle when these patients would reemerge. You'd have to go, archive it in storage boxes by date and name. And so, I mean, this is another way to do it. So it's just a great way to serve your patient and, perhaps, reinvigorate revenue from patients who disappeared 10 years ago, just to bring more money into your practice without even having to see them. How cool is that? It could be something that your team could do on a quiet day or on an admin day just to bring additional revenue. And obviously, I'd want to compensate the team members for doing this and finding these little needles in a haystack when they come up. But I think it's cool. All right, thanks so much.